Alright guys, let's face it. Sometimes finding the right audiences to target is pretty difficult. And the main reason why is because whenever you target an audience with Facebook ads, you don't know if it's gonna convert, you don't know if it's gonna do good, you don't really know if it's gonna do bad, you can only guess. But hopefully after this video, you'll know multiple ways to find audiences to target, and ideally really solid audiences that you can target so that you can maximize your success and minimize your chances of failure. Now before I get into it, I do want to say a little disclaimer. This by no means guaranteed that these audiences will make you sales, but hopefully this narrows down your audience research so that you can just, test products a little bit quicker, or just to get a better understanding of how we're finding audiences to target. So it's gonna be a super valuable video as always, and I'm gonna hop into my computer in this one, so make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't joined the family yet. We're growing super quick, 20K is just around the corner, and of course if you're gonna join the fam, you have to turn on those notifications. It's pretty much a requirement around here, so so do that, and yeah, let's just hop right into it. Alright guys, we're in my computer now. Super exciting video here. It's gonna be kind of a short one though. I don't wanna drag this out for too long, just so we get straight into the golden nugs, straight to the point, so you can go apply some of this knowledge right away. But anyways, so right here, this is audience insights. If you don't know how to get to audience insights, it's actually really easy. You just go to your Facebook Business Manager, obviously. And then you just go to audience insights, that's it, and it takes you to this page. Now one thing is it will have the United States here in locations like pre-selected, so just make sure you get rid of that unless you're only targeting the US. But if you're following more or less the strategies that I usually talk about, then you're not really going to be targeting just a single country. Now that doesn't mean you can't do that, guys. That's just the way that I like to test products. But if you have a product that only ships to the US or something, then yeah, only do the US. That would make sense. But let's just look up an, so let's just say we're selling a dog product, right? That's something really popular, the dog niche or the pet niche in general. It's really popular and for the right reasons. It's definitely a good niche. So we're gonna go in the interest box here. And the first thing obviously that comes to mind is dogs. So let's just type dogs and let's see kind of what we get here. As you can see, it's pretty split evenly. So of course, you wouldn't target one gender over another one in this one. It's pretty similar proportions. But here's the thing: we're gonna go to page likes, guys. We're gonna go to page likes, and we're gonna find some related interests. So as you can see, when you go to the bottom, you actually start finding some really solid interests that are a little more obscure. Because let me show you something real quick. So let's just pretend we're making a campaign. Usually, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I just pick interest from the suggestions bar. So let's just pretend to make an ad here, or an ad set. So right here in this, so just ignore all this stuff. We're not gonna talk about this. We're just gonna talk about the targeting here. But let's just pretend we're doing dogs, right? So I would do dogs, and I don't know if I would try this particular. Well, I definitely would try this particular interest because I literally test like every interest I can find. But if you're only going to be doing like 10 interests, then I would probably not pick like the super broad ones. I would probably just keep it to like smaller ones for sure. So then what we're going to do here is just click suggestions. Like this is literally the easiest way to find interest to target. It's just by using the suggestions bar. So right here, for example, we got dog lovers. So that's a decent interest, 562,000. That's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty small, but it's definitely worth a test. Puppy lovers. So see, something we could do here is the ideal audience size that I like, honestly, it's like 1 million to about 20 million. So right here, what we could do is like with dogs, we could take some of these smaller interests that we find. So let's just click dogs here again. And then let's look at the suggestions. And we could do like dog lover, puppy lovers, and pet lovers. And then we'll get rid of dogs. And then we'll get a decent size interest here. So let's just do this worldwide just to pretend here. And that would give us 1.6 million people. This would be like a perfect interest to try out. And of course, I usually when I'm doing worldwide, I do like engage shoppers as well. But you don't have to do this. I just think when it comes to worldwide traffic, it's a great way to kind of get the top tier traffic, I guess. That's kind of a good way to put it, but you don't necessarily have to target a behavior. It does make cost a little pricier, but since you are targeting worldwide, oftentimes you don't really see that cost be like too significant, and it doesn't make a huge difference in terms of cost, but it does make a significant difference sometimes in terms of conversions. So that's why I usually do that. But like I said, it's not necessary if you don't want to. If you want to just get a lot more traffic, maybe you want to collect more emails or something, then yeah, just don't do engaged shoppers or something. But this would be a good interest. 1.6 million. I just combined some smaller ones. And of course, there's just so many guys. Like it's so easy finding interest. This is why, I don't think it's a huge struggle to find interest. But that being said, if you are in a limited budget, I would try to find some of the best interest. So this is where audience insights comes into play. Like dog bless you. That's a really solid interest that I wouldn't have thought about. Let's see. Dog, whoops. Because that one didn't come up in the suggestions bar. Now, I'm sure it would come up in the suggestions bar, like down further. 8.2 million, that's really solid. And of course, if we narrow it down by engaged shoppers, it'll get even smaller, a little more targeted. 2.5 million, that's perfect. I love this audience size. Click the suggestions tab here. You got just so many, and I'm sure some of these even pop up over here. Actually, maybe not. So the dodo, I don't know what that is, but let's look it up on Google. The dodo is an American online publisher focused on animals and animal rights issues. So this would be a really, really solid one to target, the dodo. I never thought about this one. And it's obviously not directly related to dogs, but it's pets overall. So it's definitely a worthwhile thing to target. Oh, wait, let's see. That didn't come up. Okay, the dodo. Okay, weird. Well, it doesn't come up on here, so that's unfortunate, but the dodo, whatever. Sun gazing. Well, that's probably gonna not come up there, so let's just try it out here. Sun gazing, I think it's just one word. Maybe not. Sun gazing. Sun gazing. Oh. Directly into the sun. That's super weird. That's gonna burn your eyes. Don't do that. But anyways, so hopefully you get the idea here. Like the Pet Collective, that's probably a really good one too. Let's just see the Pet Collective. Sun gazing, probably not so good. I'm not sure why that one has like such a high affinity score. But hey, it's worth a test. That's what I'm saying. Like once we test so many ad sets that I think you should as well. Especially once because here's the thing. You want to make sure you maintain a consistent ad spend, especially if you're finding some success with a product. You don't want to cut all your ad sets and then only leave like 3 on if it's like breaking even. You want to make sure you're always making more ad sets, and obviously you don't want to rush your lookalike audiences. So oftentimes you'll have to find more interest, and this is probably the best way to do it. And of course, Google too. Google is probably going to be your best friend too in this case. Like we could look up dog brands, and that would give us a ton of dog brands and dog breeds too. Dog breeds are huge when it comes to these things. So just think about stuff like that. Like this was a really requested video, by the way. This is why I'm doing this video. It's because a lot of you guys requested it. You were asking me like, how do I find interest to target? And these are the 3 sources that I use: suggestions, audience insights, and Google. And of course, I target so many things that I pretty much just go like suggestions, boom, suggestions, boom, suggestions, boom, and just target literally every single thing that like pops up here. Of course, not in the same interest. Each one would be in a different interest. That way I know exactly where my results came from. So it's important to do that, guys. And like I said, this was a quick video. Hopefully you enjoyed it though. Hopefully this helped you in some way. Make sure you're taking action on this knowledge, guys. And of course, if you haven't been aware of the Take Action Challenge, it's on still. So Take Action Challenge, all you got to do essentially is watch my whole Facebook ads playlist. It's like 50 videos. It's like a course in itself. And if you don't learn anything from it, then I don't know. There's nothing really that's gonna happen. But I don't know. I encourage you to do that. And if you're thinking about purchasing my course or something, or getting in the program, I strongly suggest you do so. But here's the thing: you don't need to. Okay, like it's just an option if you want to invest further into your dropshipping journey into the community or whatever, of course you can read more about it in the link in the description, but you don't have to do that, guys. This is a big thing that I want you to understand. My YouTube channel is completely separate from, well, it's not separate, they're actually like intertwined. So honestly, if you do watch my YouTube videos all the time, I think it would be beneficial for you to invest in that and keep watching my YouTube videos, because this is the dynamic that I like to follow, is like consistently make valuable content for my YouTube channel and consistently be a part of something bigger, right? Like a bigger or a smaller test group of people where I can actually connect with people individually. But yeah, so hopefully you got a lot out of this video. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the fam. If you haven't yet, what are you doing? And if you are subscribed, make sure you turn on those notifications so you get updated every time I upload a video just like this. You definitely want to make sure you watch it like within the first hour. That would help me a ton, and of course it's just going to recommend more of my videos to you and to other people. So we're spreading the word, we're getting bigger and bigger. 20K subs is just around the corner. I still can't believe it. We just reached 10K followers on Instagram yesterday, so I finally got the swipe up feature, which is extremely exciting. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.
Nike's on my feet, keep my cipher complete. Like, in the Nike's on my feet, keep my cipher.